Hello everyone, today I'm going to talk about something that a lot of people have asked me before, which is how did I start to do Storytime animations? What is the secret jutsu to the art known as Storytime animations? So from the wisdom I've garnered from making 3 videos, I've gathered these tips from the 7 C's to help you start a wondrous journey of Storytime animations. And well, I couldn't do this without the help of my dear friend Spork, not Fork. Spork, how the devil are you doing today?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Great. That's great to hear. How does it feel to have 10k subscribers and be recognized every time you leave the house at every nook and cranny, every person you meet just be like, oh my god, it's Spork, not Fork. How does it feel to be so famous?
It's not. I don't have that many subscribers, to be honest. I think I just crossed 15k not that long ago.
Oh,
But
really?
yeah, but it's not. Nobody really recognizes me.
That's what every popular person says. Alright. So let's just stop joking off and get into the dick sucking of this video. Tip number 1. Find your art style. I know many of y'all who plan to start Storytime animations already have your distinct art style, but even if you do, you might have to tweak it a little bit.
So the thing about animation is a lot of time your art doesn't really need to be that amazing looking. More often than not, an intricate art style can almost make it harder for you to animate, especially if you're new to this and you're the only one working on your videos. Most of the time you won't really be doing advanced motion anyways, so it doesn't really matter, but just keep in mind the sheer volume of art pieces that will be in your video and evaluate accordingly.
The same way my 10th grade homeroom teacher hated me for being too pretty. The animation kind of penalizes you for having pretty art.
If your art is too good, then it becomes a little hard to replicate in later frames, especially if you choose to have motion like Cypherden, Jaidenanimations, Auto and Out.
And if you choose to have an art style like me, Amarichu or Didus, where there are less keyframes and there's a little more flexibility, but it can still take you a lot of time to draw, so take your decision wisely. Tip number 2. Draw your avatar. The most iconic thing about your story time is gonna be your avatar. He or she is gonna be shown on the screen for most of the time. Appears as much as Iron Man appears in the Avengers. It appears as much as Batman appears in the Justice League. It appears as much as Pink Panther appears in Pink Panther. Oh wait, yeah.
You get what he means. Just take your time designing your character. It doesn't have to resemble you, let alone be human. There's a multitude of examples of that. You're probably thinking of one already. Just get creative and make something that you're happy with.
Yep. You can draw yourself as a robot, a wizard, an anime waifu, and even as a furry if you're into that stuff. Get creative with it. And if I see even one of you goddamn motherfuckers drawing a white, bald figure with the structural integrity of that of a marshmallow, I'm personally gonna jump through your screen and strangle you. If it looks like anything like Henry the Stickman, I'm gonna murder you. Now y'all must be wondering, Odd Ones did it, he has 10 million subscribers, to which I say, fuck you, how dare you question me. But you're right, Odd Ones Out does have a bald white marshmallow looking avatar, but he was the first one who did it. He started the trend, he was the pioneer, and after that like 10 million people copied him, so please design your avatar wisely. Tip number 3. Choosing your equipment. One of the most rudimentary things you'll need is good equipment. Spork here is an expert in the subject, so I'll let him take over.
Okay, so first of all, I'd say that you don't really need a computer. If you've seen this channel Ice Cream Sandwich, he makes his videos with his iPad now, just because it sometimes is easier for some people. But that being said, obviously having a Windows or Mac PC or laptop will help a lot and be worth it for things outside of animation as well. If you decide to buy a computer, I'd honestly recommend building a PC. It's a lot easier than it sounds. You'll get a lot better hardware for a much better price. But when it comes down to it, just look for a computer with a decent graphics card, CPU, at least 16 gigs of memory. Storage isn't too big of an issue because you'll usually be deleting your files after they're uploaded anyway. But if you run out, you can buy an external hard drive. Or if you build your PC, you can add one inside. Usually like 256 gigabytes of storage is a pretty good ballpark estimate. The biggest thing I'd recommend in terms of computers right now, though, is just to wait a little bit before buying anything until like Black Friday or Cyber Monday. The pandemic made the demand for this kind of stuff go up a lot, so obviously prices went up. So if you don't want to drop too much money on this, just wait for stuff to go on sale. Secondly, you'll probably want a drawing tablet. Again, it's not necessary. I started by using my mouse. The only drawback is really how long it takes, but you can find relatively inexpensive tablets on Amazon. So I'd say it's worth it if you really want to do digital art. I have a few tablet reviews on my channel if you don't know where to start looking, so I'd recommend those. But yeah, drawing tablet is usually like the next step in the process.
Third of all, you'll need a good mic. This is the one place you should avoid cheaping out. You can have like the funniest videos in the entire world, and if they can't hear you, it's clearly muda as fuck. You can search online for some good mics for YouTube, and you'll find tons of them, like the Blue Yeti, the Shure, the Audio Technicas. All of them are really good brands. Personally, I use the Blue Yeti, which is alright.
Can I add something to the mic section? Because I found something on Amazon that I might want to mention for people.
Sure, go ahead.
So I wrote it down. Okay. Something to keep in mind about microphones is that honestly, in most cases, your recording environment is usually more important than the actual mic. So being somewhere that doesn't have a lot of reverb, like a closet, will always yield better results. And I think if you're just starting off, the Fifine USB mic is an amazing choice and will last you a long time. I'll send over a link to Tans, will put in the description. Has just the mic. It's like $30, I think. I'll also give him a link that's $60. It's a mic, pop filter, shock mount, all that stuff with the Fifine mic. I think it's a really good value. I think if you have a good recording environment, it'll sound just as good as a Blue Yeti.
Oh, I completely agree with what Spork says right here, because my recording is kind of shitty. My audio quality is kind of bad, as many of y'all have generously pointed out many times. That's because I don't really have space. I stay in an apartment and I stay right next to the main road, so there's always honking and traffic, so I can't really help it. But yeah, I agree with what Spork says. Really try to customize your environment as much as possible. And yeah,
if you wanna really get into it, like a lot of the times if you aren't able to get in a good location, like a dynamic microphone might be better, like the Shure SM76, I think is what it is.
Yeah,
SM7B rather.
Well, yeah.
And the dynamic microphone basically just, if you're farther away from it, you can't really hear anything at all. So yeah, you can always do that, but for the most part, just look for a basic USB microphone that sounds good, has good reviews, and you should be fine.
And finally, your software. This may not seem as important, but depending on your art style, you should choose your software carefully. If your animations are going to be more complex and have a lot of motion in it, then I recommend using Adobe Animate. But beware, the brush library of Animate really sucks. It sucks like a 10-inch long cock. And well, if you care more about the art side of things, then I recommend using something like Krita, where the brush library is insane, but the UI isn't as good as and convenient. Of course, I know many of your kids can't afford this, but if you're truly passionate about it, you can ask your parents, and they shouldn't say no if they can afford it as well. But in case they do, I recommend checking out Spork Not Fork's channel and his video on how to animate for free. He has like a extensive review and a deep dive on how you can animate for free, so I really recommend checking it out.
Thank you.
And finally, tip number 4, including it into your routine. Now, I know me and Spork are the last ones to talk about scheduling since we take so much time to upload a video. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know, man. You see other people uploading once a month, and then you just look at yourself like, why did this take 3 months? I just made a 4-minute animation. Why did that take so long? Yeah. And yeah, I think Spork takes quite some time as well. Like, not to dog on him or anything, but when was the last time you uploaded a video? My last video
was like 4 months ago, I think.
Yeah, 4 months, yeah.
Maybe 5 months now, technically, since it's October.
But the thing is that it takes a lot of time creating all these animations, like months and months, so you have to include it in a part of your routine, otherwise you'll never finish what you start, like literally never. I try animating regularly, like 2 hours every day, and it still takes me so much time. And I don't know about Spork over here, but how often do you animate?
Honestly, I don't. Well, when I'm actually working on a video, I try and animate like 2-3 hours every night. But when I'm not working on a video, or when I'm just like casually working on a video, it's just like a couple hours every other day.
Alright. But yeah, I try to upload consistently. It doesn't work out, but it is what it is.
One thing people can try and do is try to make like a routine out of it, which you can try and do, like maybe animate every day for a couple weeks, maybe not every day, maybe every weekday, just trying to make it a habit so that you get used to coming home from school, starting to work on your videos. Everyone's busy with everything, but if you really want to put out content, you got to make some time to make your content.
I know people are really busy these days with school, college, work, watching anime and whatever it is, but you've got to make the time. You may think you're the busiest person in the world, but the harsh truth is that you're not that special. Everyone has something to do in their lives. Everyone thinks that they're really busy, and they might be. But I truly believe that if you genuinely want to do something, that you'll find the time to do it. Yeah, you want to add anything, Spork, or is that
I mean,
it?
I think that's pretty much it. Thanks for having me on. If you guys want, like Tans mentioned earlier, like a deeper dive into everything, I have a video that's probably linked in the description. I'll probably make more videos in the future about specific topics, so if there's something that you want to see from me or Tans, just leave it in the comment section. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Good luck you guys on making your channels, and wish all of you success.
I mean, best of luck. It's certainly wondrous, but definitely you need to put a lot of effort into whatever you do. And well, yeah, I guess best of luck. I don't know why I said that twice, but check out my second channel if you're interested in stuff like Genshin Impact. I try to post regularly there as well. Dan's second world link will be in the description, and don't forget to dick slap the like button, the share button, the subscribe button, the bell button, every other button you see down there. And Spork, you want to shout anything else?
I mean, that's pretty much it. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, follow me on YouTube, I'll make sure Tans links all of that in the description. Yeah, I have a Twitch, I guess. I don't really stream anything. I might start streaming like next year a little bit more, probably some Genshin as well. But yeah, we'll see how everything goes. There's tons of links in the description. Choose your adventure.
And well, yeah, all of it will be in the description. And I didn't know you stream. I guess even I'll start streaming next year. We can collab sometime again later on.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. Keep up the weirdness. Bye.
Bye, guys.